Hi everyone, I'm Laura and I'm the Curry Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch and I'm here to give you a life update, and to share with you my stitching. I haven't done a video since June 29th, so I have a few notes here I'm gonna look at. So I'm going to show you my whips, everything I've been working on that are whips, and then I'm going to show you my finishes that I had in July. I did not do very much stitching in August or September, and it's a good reason. Our family has been expanded, like our household has been expanded. My daughter and her husband and her 2 children are living with us now. So they left Atlanta to come live with us to get help with their child care. So our house has changed. Like where we put things, and just we've done a lot of rearranging, a lot of getting rid of stuff that we don't need and that kind of thing. I still have a ton of junk that I need to go through, but that are stashed in closets and everything like that. But they are incredibly organized. They are living in the 2 downstairs bedrooms, and they have space to work and space to play, and they have a TV and a couch down there, and they're just troopers at making it work. So the reason they want it to work is the kids have been in daycare their whole life. Both their parents worked, but when COVID hit, my daughter was just really wanting to stay home with them and homeschool them and everything like that. So, but they needed help with the transition. They still need childcare because you cannot work even remotely with your children in the house. It's just very, very challenging. So I have helped them out in the afternoons, and I've been able to take them to my mother's house, and then they could have the whole house. And because even if you're taking care of them, if mom and dad are around, they're going to appeal to the higher authority if it's available. So it's just better for me to take them with me to my mother's house, and my mother thoroughly enjoys the kids. They're always joyful. Even if they have a bad mood, it is short-lived. As soon as you get them some milk or a piece of chocolate or a kiss and a hug, they're happy again. So it's just been a good thing for myself and my husband to have them around, and we're all doing well. So very thankful. One good thing out of COVID. Anyway, so that's the life update. That's why you haven't seen me. But I plan, things are calming down. Once you get used to it, things will be easier from now on, because we'll have schedules and routines that we know what's going to happen every day, where we haven't before. So anyway, just to let you know some things I've enjoyed this summer since last time I saw you is my granddaughter is just a delightful, but she's more, she's not shy. Well, she could be shy. You could say she's shy, but she's very like standoffish. Like she'll observe you, and then but once you're in, you're in. And so I've had the opportunity to be my granddaughter's friend, and we're pretty delighted with each other right now. So and that's been wonderful, and that takes time for her. It takes time. For me, I was already there. She had my heart from the day one, but she needs to be with somebody to bond with them. So yeah, so that's what's happened with my granddaughter. And what's happened with my grandson is we've gone to the pool a lot, and he has gone from wearing his swimmies to not wearing them at all ever in the pool, which makes him harder to watch. But he has learned to swim. He's done so well. He has taken the training wheels off his bike, and he's taken tennis lessons. So he is growing by leaps and bounds, and this has been a year of maturity for him. He's just learned so much, and he's so proud of himself, and he's a delight to watch. So that's what's been going on. So it's been a good thing. I'm going to explain if I'm not looking as you, it's because I'm trying to keep the glare off my glasses. I have a harsh light over here. I don't have my regular setup, so it's casting really harsh shadows and everything, but I think you can see my stitching. You just might see a lot of light on my glasses too. But that may get better, it may not, because our house has been, we're using rooms for different things, and I don't want to leave lights up that the kids couldn't play in here if they wanted to. They play a game that they've made up called Lion Guard. And it involves climbing on the bed, and that's like a mountain. And my grandson carries his little stuffed animal in his teeth like he's a lion. So it's fun. It is really a lot of fun. We have a ball just blowing bubbles, popping bubbles outside. So anyway, that's enough about that, but I have some whips and some finishes to show you. All the finishes happened in July, and the whips are, they're current whips. I have many more whips, but these are my current whips. I'm going to show you in order. I didn't do so hot. I kept good journal notes in July, but August and September I didn't. But I plan on resuming, so I can tell you how many days I stitched on what. Not that anybody cares, but I like to know. But so it's a mystery to me. But anyway, I stitched on this ornament. It's the kcchristmasvillagesal that Katie Carney and I are hosting. She may not be, I think she checks in on the hashtag when anybody posts, but I think she has fallen out of love with these designs, and they are very complicated and, not much. Like, they're a lot more tedious than they are you know, like you're not going to see a big picture. It's not a big sampler. It's an ornament, you know. So, but it is beautiful. And, you know, I think she likes them. She just doesn't enjoy stitching them. And I told her, life's too short. Do what you want to do. Stitch what you want to stitch. But I am checking in. I'm doing this. I want to do it. I'm ashamed to say I'm not finished yet, but this is where I am. I worked, this is a picture before. And this is where I am now. So you can see I stitched over here some. You know, I don't have that a ton more to do, but there's a lot of back stitching. I mean, you know, it's not that close to being finished, but I'm getting there. So just wanted to show y'all that. The next thing I worked on was Foxwood Crossings Twilight Santa Sled. I have the sled, and I'm using the DMC threads, except for that the bottom of his robe and the cuffs, I think, are a Weeks Dye Work specialty floss that maybe, I'm not sure if it looks more like wool, or, you know, I mean, there was a reason why I didn't substitute. I used what they called for that one. But anyway, here's where it was before. And here's where I am now. That's it. I don't much enjoy perforated paper, but I'm going to love the finished product. So I'm happy to stitch that. The next thing I worked on was my grandson's stocking. Snowmen Gathering stocking. And so I stitched up, and I've started on that red ribbon, and they have little gold, and I'm trying to make myself use that thread, that slippery shiny gold thread. It's a beast, but it sparkles and it's pretty. I don't know if you can see that sparkle or not. Maybe you can, but this is where I've worked up here and across, and those gold sparkly things. But anyway, this will not be done by Christmas, and I would enjoy this a lot more if I didn't feel the pressure. So I don't know if I'm gonna just dedicate myself to that, only because I think it's counterproductive to make yourself stitch something you don't want to stitch. And you know, I want to get it done, but I don't want to dread picking up stitching because I'm picking up something that's complicated, because that is complicated, but it's so beautiful. I can't wait to get it finished. Can't wait to give it to my grandson. So if I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep glare off my glasses. So the next thing I worked on was Gathering Eggs by Nora Corbett. It's in this issue of the magazine. I stitched that because Dina at a half stitch cross stitch inspired me to stitch this. I had a pattern that she had, and you know, that doesn't happen to me very often because I don't have a lot of stash. But anyway, we Zoom stitched yesterday, and she worked on hers. I worked on my grandson's stocking though, but I had worked on this the time before we Zoom stitched. I had worked on Gathering Eggs while we were visiting. She's so delightful. I'm sure everybody watches her, but if you don't, check out Dina Half Stitch Cross Stitch. She's a fellow Georgia stitcher, and she is a lot of fun. Very nice lady. And let me tell you, very organized. I pick her brain on stitching and organization. So she's my mentor. Anyway, this is where I was before. I don't think I showed that. This is where I am now. Anyway, I'm jumping all over the place. Okay, the next thing I worked on was the Hawk Run Hollow. I'm working on this block right here. I changed Hawk Run Farm to Osage Farms. If y'all remember, this is where I was before. And this is where I am now. Stitched a little more on the barn. I do realize I need to go up and finish the legs and the tail on the pig. It's not completely done. You know, but I think I was stitching over, you know, and not having to carry threads, and that's why I did it that way. So those are my whips. Those are the whips I worked on in July, August, and the first part of September. I had 4 finishes in February. They're all small, but anyway. I'm going to insert a screenshot of Peter Polar Bear. And this is where I am now. This is Peter Polar Bear, The Advent Animals by Brooke Nolan with Brooks Books Publishing. And I will link everything below. These are adorable. I love them. And if y'all remember, my March Madness was to start all 25 of those designs. I had 2 of them done, so I only needed to start 23, but I started 23. And I, you know, so I can pick them up anytime and whip one out in a span of a couple of days. But those couple of days have been hard to come by lately, but for good reason. So I do realize that, you know, that my life might be a lot better than some other people's as far as the COVID stress. There are stitchers in the Pacific Northwest where the fires are that my heart just goes out to y'all, and I'm praying for y'all. You know, I just don't know if it could be any worse. I'm sure it could, but having to stay in your home, I mean, we were already feeling pretty shut down, but to have to stay in your own home and not be able to breathe the fresh air that y'all have a lovely, it's a lovely part of the country. It's just heartbreaking that that's going to happen, but hopefully it'll clear up soon and y'all will be on the other side of that, and hopefully COVID will be on the other side of COVID soon. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping for. So anyway, just all my love and prayers to y'all not getting to go outside and stuff. So the next thing I finished was the 2019 Santa, the Peace on Earth. You know, love it. Appropriate. Long ago. It's appropriate now too. So I did have to backstitch around the sheep because my fabric, coffee tea dyed it, but it was too light. I should have made it darker, but I think it's beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful ornament. Okay, and these are two finishes I've had. In July, I stitched the July and the, wait a minute, where is July? Okay, I want to go, okay. I stitched the July and the August monthly. My hands-on design, a year of celebrations. My plan is to stitch all of these, and so I'm going to interrupt, you know, my September stitching. I've been really concentrating on my grandson's stocking. There's no way that's going to be finished by this year, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the pressure off myself so I can enjoy my hobby. Because my grandson is going to be around for a long time. So I will get it done one of these days, along with my other two granddaughter stocking. And, you know, it's more like an heirloom piece. So, but I want to get them to them. But anyway, I'm going to interrupt that stocking to stitch on September. But I do have July and August. And I need to go back and do May. And if I do that, I will have April, May, June, July, August, September. And I will be on track for finishing in the first quarter of next year. So, but I used DMC threads. I'm not using fancy floss. And I'm stitching on 28 count T dyed Monaco that was not tea dyed by me, tea dyed by the manufacturer. So, and I got it from Fat Quarter Shop. So those were my 4 finishes, and now I want to show you my haul. Right before I sat down to do this video, I can see I got a lot of glare on me, but I got notification that Magnolia Nana had posted a video, and you know, I mean, last time she posted a video, she showed this pattern. It's Quaker piece by My Big Toe Cross Stitch Designs. Anyway, it's her daughter and hers COVID 2020 challenge stitch. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid." And I saw it and I thought, I've got to get that, and I got to stitch it too. So I'm going to insert pictures of the fabric and the threads here because I think you can see them better in a photograph. And aren't they beautiful? So I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I think it's gorgeous. I can't wait to watch Sharon's video to see what she's, if she started that. I know she's been busy with her new grandchildren. Anyway, she's a sweet lady. So anyway, y'all check her out. Magnolia Nana. Sharon is her name. Autumn Quakers. I had bought this in a previous haul, and I bought one to give away. I don't know when I'm going to do it. not this video, maybe next video, but I don't know how often I'm going to get on here. But I bought this pattern to give away. I got one for myself and one to give away. Well, I love these threads, so I bought the threads, but I forgot to buy the fabric. So I'm going to insert a picture here of the threads, and I will be ordering the fabric soon so I can start that. But I'm really wanting to get my grandson's stocking done, but I don't think I can. I'm going to stitch what I want to stitch. I mean, life is too hard, too short to make yourself miserable with your hobby. So, anyway, I have watched Laura with Stitching by the Shore. I'm sure many of y'all know her. But she was stitching those Advent animals, or she plans to stitch the Advent animals, and I think she's going to use some blue fabric, or, you know, bluish hued flat fabric, and she bought some floss that is variegated red and white, and maybe pink too, I don't know, but she showed it in her last video of for her border, and I thought that was an excellent idea. So y'all check out Laura with Stitching by the Shore. She's Aida stitcher, you know, and I like to watch all types of stitchers. I like, you know, of course I love Priscilla and Chelsea. They're how I got introduced to Flosstube, and I love their decorating videos, and I love to decorate. It hadn't happened for me in a couple of years because something's been going on, you know, every time. And right now our house is comfortable for us, but we don't need to be pulling boxes out of storage unless we really need something. You know, we need to be paring down and, you know, all this kind of stuff. We're actually thinking about cutting some trees in our yard, which is going to be a nightmare because they're all massively huge trees, and I've chickened out twice now. I've told my husband I can't do it. I mean, you know, they're going to cause a ton of work, and we really should take some out, but it's so hard to think about, you know, if I get rid of them, I can't, you know, and I hate it. I can't undo it, you know. So, anyway, I won't live long enough to replace these trees. So, y'all, but we need our retirement to be less getting on the roof, and if we have to hire somebody every week or two to come clean off the roof, that's what we'll have to do if we keep these trees. So just, you know, keep us in your thoughts for that we make the right decision, because, you know, it's a tough one. So anyway, I have rambled, and I wish y'all well. Please know that I'm thinking about everybody. You know, we've had things happen that, you know, we have some family that lives down there in Alabama with the hurricane. I see stitchers talking about the smoke, and everybody's dealing with COVID, and, you know, and it's just like, man, this has been a long year. But we've had some good things happen to us, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. It's not to say, you know, that I don't feel anything, but it helps to have little kids that are around that are healthy and happy and pretty much in a good mood and just roll with everything. I mean, they'll wear their little mask, little tiny mask. They'll wear it if they go into the grocery store. And, you know, so we're going to get through this. But anyway, I am going to link some a video or two, like a music video from time to time. I'm not sure I will this time, but there was a song I heard on the Christian radio station that meant a lot to me, and I might link that below. Where I'm getting my inspiration is Mary Rose with Stitch Bliss Corner did her final video. And she is leaving Flosstube because she never intended to stay as long as she did, and her husband has helped her do the videos, and she wants to help him pursue his hobby of genealogy. And she's just the sweetest lady, and I'm going to miss her so much, as I know a lot of y'all are. You know, so, but I noticed in her show notes on her last video that she linked a video that went with this piece of Jesus walking by the shore that she stitched. And I knew the song, so I've heard it before. So I thought, oh, she linked a music video, because I listen to music, especially Christian music, and I will think, you know, I'll think of something beautiful, you know, and a lot of times it's cross stitch, and sometimes it's just our walk, you know, which those in the Pacific Northwest that can't take a walk, I really feel for you, because I mean, that feeds our soul and that helps us so much. And praying for rain, praying for that to go away as soon as possible. I mean, you know, we're already going through enough. We don't need to be confined to our houses, do we? So, anyway, I just want y'all to know I feel it too. So, y'all have a good week or month. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm going to pop in and out just as I have time. And I enjoy y'all so much. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I thoroughly enjoy interacting with people. You know, I've met a lot of nice people through Flosstube. So, until then, y'all have a good stitching week. Thank you.